Hello, this is Brother Carl, and I would like to bring forth a prophetic message utilizing both the Old and New Testaments of Scripture. Interestingly enough, we will start with Genesis, which is known as the Book of Beginnings, and we will end with the Book of Revelation, which concludes the end of the age and the end of eternity as we know it. For the believer, we will have a blessed time to come in Revelation 22, but I am getting ahead of myself. What I would like to do with this message is look at the Tower of Babel. And I must tell you that scholars have said, which I will boldly proclaim I am not a scholar, but have been reading and studying enough to know that they have said that Babel means confusion. The Tower of Babel is a tower of confusion. Now look at the religion of every religion for the fact of the matter. Islam, Catholicism, Protestants believe the truth. I am a Protestant. I am a Pentecostal believer, but there are some Protestant believers. They say they're believers, but they deny the gifts of the Spirit. Listen to Malachi 3, verse 6. I am the Lord, I change not. Hebrews 13:8 says Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. The gifts are still in operation, or at least they should be, but they are not because our churches are dead, as Jesus prophesied they would be in Revelation 3, verse 1. In Revelation 3:14, he said to the church of the Laodiceans, a lukewarm church, because you are lukewarm, he said in verse 15, I will spew you out of my mouth. This last day's church makes Jesus sick. And we must come out from among this sinfulness and be separated, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing. Now, I would just like to say that there are many paths, so to speak, that Scientology has arisen up, which has much of California spellbound. It's a doctrine of demons, according to St. Paul in First Timothy 4, verse 1. He said, in the latter times, many would be depart from the Christian faith and give heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. And that's what many are embracing, are doctrines of devils. I'm not attacking, I'm warning. Because if I do not warn you, according to Ezekiel 33, verse 3, I will have blood on my hands. Now let us look at Mystery Babylon. Some say Mystery Babylon is the Catholic Church. I can almost believe this because she holds up a cup of iniquity, as is outlined in Revelation 17, making drunk all with the wine of her fornication. We know that there is much perversion in the Catholic Church. They abstain from marrying and being with a woman. And I hate to say it, but there has been proof that there were dead babies under the church's building. They found skulls, remains of women nuns who they've impregnated. There is much to say and much should be said, but for the saving of time, I will just make known that the religion of Islam is another religion. It's a doctrine of devils. They come to steal, kill, and destroy. And do you want to know what the Quran says? They says to the infidels, that is to every non-believer, every non-Muslim, the Muslims are commanded to make war with them and chop off their heads. Now listen to the four horsemen of the apocalypse. As I've said, they are engaged in warfare and they will chop off a Christian's head. They kill Christians. That's what they do. That's the red horseman, I believe, of famine, and as one book interprets it. Now look at the white horse. We see this white horse, which is Antichrist, I will say, according to scholars in the King James Bible of Christianity. The white horse will come as a peaceful diplomatic man. He will sign a covenant of peace, perfectly aligning with Islam, but he will break that treaty halfway through. According to Daniel 9:27, he will turn upon the nation of Israel, saying, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the nation of Israel be no more in remembrance. But listen, this is a dire warning. Zechariah 2 verse 8 says, "He who touches you," meaning Israel, touches the apple of God's eye. Psalm 121 verse 4 says, "He that keepeth Israel neither slumbers nor sleeps." Listen, Jesus Christ is going to come back in the rapture very soon to snatch his bride away, his precious jewel, the true blood-bought church of Jesus Christ, in the twinkling of an eye. Many of you say the word rapture isn't even in the Bible. But listen to St. Paul in 1 Corinthians 15, verses 51 and 52. He says, "Behold, I shew you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, that is, die, but we shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye. And we shall be called up hither." John the Revelator said in Revelation 4, verse 1, he heard a voice saying, "Come up hither." There again we see a type of the rapture, a picture of it. We see the church age casting their crowns before the throne of God, as Revelation 4 verses 10 and 11 pictures. And I know many of you say that we have to suffer the wrath of God, the chastisement and the wrath of the Lamb to purge ourselves from sin. But no, you are putting the cross of Christ to an open shame by such foolish teaching. When Jesus cried out from the cross in Matthew 27:46, in Aramaic he said, "Tetelestai." That meant, "It is finished." There is no more work to be done. Ephesians 2:8 says, "For by grace are ye saved through faith, that not of yourselves, it is the free gift of God."